you doing, all beautiful sons of bitches? It's your boy Max here, and today we got the boy John out here, and we are back to review more issues of the original Marvel Star Wars comic. John, are you fucking ready, brother?
Yeah, we got the annual
Yeah,
and the last ones leading into Empire.
yeah, we're finally nearing up on it. But first, the issue we read was issue number 33, Saber Clash. So in this issue, as the Millennium Falcon and her crew depart Tatooine, they recognize a House of Tag mining explorer ready to jump to hyperspace. The rebels decide to follow them to Ferrier Junction, where the mining explorer meets with an Imperial battle cruiser. There, the Tags transfer their mysterious Omega Frost technology to the Imperial craft and lure Luke Skywalker into a trap. With Luke captured, Han Solo pilots the Falcon to the Rebel base at Yavin 4 to let them know that the Empire plans to use their Omega Frost weapon against Junction, a critical source of supplies for the Alliance. Back on the mining explorer, Luke engages in a lightsaber duel with Baron Orman Tag, and at first the Elder Tag toys with Luke, but soon realizes that the youth has more ability than he expected. Luke eventually defeats Tag by destroying his cyber vision and thus rendering him helpless, and heads back to the Rebel base to inform them of the true target of the Omega Frost weapon, since the news that Han brought back was misinformation. So, John, thoughts on this issue right here?
I like how Luke defeats Tag because he's basically demonstrating more skill than Tag thought he would have. So then Tag's like, "Oh, I've been preparing this for Darth Vader, where I'm gonna shut off all the lights and use my cyber vision," which really doesn't make much sense against Darth Vader specifically, considering he has like a cyber, he has like a cyborg mask essentially.
Yeah.
So it's kind of an odd strategy for Tag to try to use on him, but apparently he's been saving it for him. But then, yeah, Luke uses like the distract, because at first, like Tag like throws out the cloth to distract him, and thinks that like that's tricked Luke. But then Luke has already moved on from that after he slashes it. So it's like it reminds me of a Naruto fight where it's like, well, I already thought of what you thought of what I thought. It's just like, and they're always planning one step ahead, and then but no, so that was a cool little duel. And then I like how Luke, like he does just enough. He doesn't like kill him. He instead just gets rid of his laser vision.
Yeah.
And so he's like, "Oh yeah, Ben Kenobi taught me the ways of the Force, but he also taught me like, how much to hold back and whatnot." So that was a cool fight.
Yeah, for me personally, John, I thought this fight could have been stretched out across 2 issues, because remember, they've been hyping this guy up for like a long ass time now, and like, the fight is like 3/4 of the book. Like, if anything, that should have been half of this book and then half of the next book. So yeah, I was a little underwhelmed by the length there, given all the build up there. But yeah, that's just me. So then we move on to issue 34, Thunder in the Stars. After his defeat at the hands of Luke in a duel of lightsabers, Baron Orman Tag has gone into a state of shock and is kept under heavy sedation on the orders of his brother, Silas Tag. While Han Solo is leading the Rebel fleet to Ferrier Junction under the impression that the Omega Frost is going to be unleashed on their supply planet, but that was a ruse. In reality, the weapon is targeting the Junction asteroid corridor just as the fleet is to pass through it. Luke had escaped from the Tags, but his ship has been sabotaged and he is forced to abandon his craft before it crashes into one of the asteroids. With no way to warn the rebels that they are entering into a trap, he finds and destroys one of the towers, which generates the Omega Frost effect just as the rebel fleet is entering the weapon's range. The fleet then changes course to attack the Tag's mining explorer, destroying the ship before Silas and Orman can escape. So, John, thoughts on that issue right there?
Well, I like that they're doing a super weapon, but it's not like the generic just blowing up a planet again. Like, it's actually just like, oh, we're going to be able to freeze a section of space. That's like kind of a more interesting way, since I know that the EU loves their super weapons.
Super weapons, yeah. Especially the Bantam era books, yeah.
Yeah, I like this one because it's like more concentrated. Like, it can't like just insta win. They have to be lured into a specific spot with all this shit set up beforehand.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a defensive thing, but then you got to use intelligence and counterintelligence to set it up correctly. And then
Yeah.
there's an obvious weakness that Luke uses.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. Me personally, what I thought they really should have done, they really should, like, it's like their whole plan is to just freeze everyone to death, but then Silas gets fucking trigger happy, and he's like, I just fired anyway to fucking kill Luke, just one guy down there, when you could have just fucking killed them all then and there, but now I'm just gonna waste it on Luke, and then all the frozen debris will fucking fly into them, but it fucking doesn't, because they immediately U-turn the damn thing, so that Luke can destroy the weapon. So way to go, bro. Like, it's like, and this guy, he's been hyping this up like, oh, I'm like one of the best weapons developers and scientists in the Empire, so this will fucking work. And keep in mind, this is after like his fucking brother already failed with taking the rebels down at Yavin, basically. So now you got Bill Bruven, like, you fucking blew it. Fucking why? Just be patient, bro.
Nah, this guy, they do like way overplay. His character is basically like, he's like anytime something goes against calculations, he instantly just starts freaking out. And
Yeah,
just,
exactly,
like,
exactly.
down.
Yeah, he immediately goes crying to his brother, who's still moping over his loss. Yeah.
He's like, I'm a scientist, but I like how what's his face? Shanks finally like loses patience with these guys. He's just like, you know what? I was just trying to do some career like ladder climbing, but
Yeah.
these guys are all mentally unstable essentially. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go ahead and peace out.
Uh-huh. Yes, yeah. Yeah, overall, like with all this, yeah, overall, like this ice weapon arc, I've just been kind of let down by, yeah. Anyways, but then we move on to to annual #1. While Luke Skywalker, the first annual, yeah, while Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia are on the planet Tehran, they are attacked by a group of Katuman warriors under the orders of Karis, the Magistrix of Sky.
Now, had we seen Han Solo work with a Katuman before? Was that panther-looking dude in the Han Solo book, the Seven Samurai thing?
I don't know. I don't remember. Well, John, there was that one cat lady. Yeah, there was that one Atwar. Yeah, she was a cat lady in that one book I reviewed, Han Solo at Stars End, but no, she wasn't the same race.
Oh, I thought there was like whenever he was with the rabbit and shit, wasn't there like a furry dude?
You mean in the comics? Yeah, there was. Yeah, Hedgie. Yeah, but he was like a porcupine or something. Yeah.
Okay.
Nah, not the same guy. No.
I got you.
Yeah,
they all look alike to me.
Yeah, John. What are you? Are you spacist?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyways, Han recognized the description of Karis from his old smuggling days and decides to confront her on her home planet of Sky, but the Millennium Falcon is shot down over the planet by Imperials. Luke and Leia are captured and brought to trial before the Supreme Council of the Highland clans, and there Leia is recognized as an enemy of the Empire, but Luke is recognized as the son of their wingless brother, and so the Council decides to help the two rebels. Meanwhile, Han and Chewbacca have been captured by Karis and questioned about what they know about Luke Skywalker. Luke and Leia, along with their Skytree allies, attack the Magistrix's fortress and rescue Solo and his first mate. Karis is killed in a lightsaber duel, with Luke freeing Sky from Imperial rule. So yeah, John, thoughts on that annual right there?
Well, thoughts on the wiki, first of all. It skips over a shit ton of stuff. It skipped over the whole funky fro lady.
Oh yeah,
smoke monster that Luke has to fight.
There's one of Han's old buddies from his smuggling days, Katya, this black bitch. So she comes on board, and she's more or less what tips fucking like she more or less like gets the plot going. She shows up. She's all like. It's like this is after Han and Luke and Leia get attacked by Scott by fucking Karis and the cat guys.
Yeah, because Katya sets up like a whole fake pickpocket thing. That's how she sicks her cat guys on them. She's like, she bumps into them and then she like drops her coin bag, and Luke's like, oh, I think you dropped this, and she's like, thief, kill them.
Yeah. So Karis sends all the cat guys after them, but then Katya comes. She explains it's Karis. Han's like, oh shit, I'm gonna go handle this on my own. So she stays the night of the Millennium Falcon. Then a fucking smoke demon. No, we're not kidding. A smoke demon comes in and fucking kills her. Yeah.
Hey, what the fuck? They never even explain that. She like briefly mentions it in a later issue. She's like, "Oh, this will be even worse than that smoke demon he had to face." And she's like, "Where did you get a smoke demon? Where's the smoke demon from? How
I
does
think
one get
it's
a
like
smoke demon?"
I think it's like a fucking like they say it's like connected to the dark side or something like
he said it
that.
was like a creature of the force or something. Luke did
Yeah.
after he killed it.
Yeah.
I No, I just if this were an anime, then they like really hype up Karis because like whenever Han hears her, he'd be like,
Karis.
He'd do like the fucking shaky eye thing that they always do whenever
Yeah.
they're trying to make an intimidating character.
Yeah.
Be like, no, my one, and then like, yeah, there's the whole operation that he talks about where like he's like with the best smuggling crew ever, and only 2 of them escape after they've crossed Karis, and it's just him and the black lady.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently she shows up in the novel Rebel Dawn, which is part of the Han Solo trilogy, so maybe we'll get more on her there. But anyways,
she's kind of just like unceremoniously killed off in this. It's
I
like,
was half expecting her to make it to at least like the halfway mark of the issue for dying, but no.
Yeah.
She's like literally absorbed into the damn smoke demon. Yeah.
Yeah, she's like sleeping, and it's like, oh, she sleeps with her blaster. She's always alert, except this time she gets snuck up on and dies.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, the smoke demon Zula, like, your soul is mine. But yeah, anyways, John, other thoughts about the annual?
Yeah, so I felt like their plan to like swoop in was
no pun intended.
Yeah.
Is literally like, they use wingsuits to like attack the place. Yeah,
they have Leia like basically dive bombing and detach, and then Luke, like, why is he good with the wingsuit again?
They have like there's like buttons on like an anti-gravity belt or something.
He gave some explanation where he's like, oh, I don't want Leia to go in alone, but like I'm better at basically doing this, and maybe it's just because he's good with the Force, but like it's like, oh, she goes in and then he's like flying around just murking stormtroopers left and right with his blaster. And then she gets all pissed and is like, hey, the fuck, all my guys are getting killed by one dude in a fucking flight suit. And then she takes him on, and how does he end up like overcoming her? Basically, it's like because she's got the Force too and like a lightsaber.
He pretends he's stunned by her, and then when
does the play possum and strike?
Yeah, she used Force stun from KOTOR. Yeah. Anyways.
But no, it was like some good action in this one, and I'm not sure if it quite lived up to like an annual, like because it kind of like throws in a throwaway villain. For some reason, like the wing people are just like pull a prophecy out of their ass. They're just like, oh, you're the one. And then she's like, oh no, he's the one. I gotta kill him. Oh, he killed me because he's the one and he was supposed to. And apparently the prophecy is specifically about her. Like he's going to kill her and rid them of like the Imperials. Like it's a very specific prophecy, but okay.
Yeah.
So it was a little bit contrived and kind of like rushed, I guess. I mean, there was like some cool actiony moments, but overall, like character-wise, didn't really do much.
Yeah, this is kind of another underwhelming issue here. So then we get back into the regular series with issue number 35, Dark Lord's Gambit. So in this issue, Darth Vader finally learns the name of the boy who destroyed the Death Star 1 and sets a plan in motion to get his revenge. He enlists the aid of General Ulrich Tag as well as his younger sister Domina Tag to help him in the endeavor. Domina is a member of the Order of the Sacred Circle who have thus far remained neutral in the Galactic Civil War, but that will soon change, and each side in the conflict will send a single envoy to Monastery to present his case. Vader is to represent the Galactic Empire, and Domina ensures that the rebels would send Luke Skywalker as their representative. However, Leia and Han travel to the system in the Millennium Falcon and orbit Monastery and monitor Luke's activities through R2-D2, who accompanied Luke on the mission. While Luke thinks he may be in over his head on this diplomatic mission, Domina reassures him, even though her true intentions are revenge for Luke's involvement in the apparent death of Ormond Tag. So, John, thoughts on this issue?
Well, first of all, the title makes me think that there's going to be some Dark Lord of the Sith who's like, "Hey, Rogue, I'm going to join the Sith now because I'm the Dark Gambit."
Yeah.
It's just like, so, but no, I mean, it's
Criticad.
but it's, I get that, like, the setup for it, like, I actually like that Vader, like, ends up implementing, like, a pretty clever plan to like, kind of scout out his opponent and also try and win, like, a political victory. And it kind of has people, like, not outsmart him, but sort of, like, suss out that he's setting them up without like, depowering him.
Yeah.
And then it also keeps his mystique, probably because they knew Empire was coming out, where they were probably going to have a fight.
Yeah.
Either that one or the next movie. They probably figured was like, oh, okay, well, we can't have Luke, like, actually be close to Vader, so we got to have him, like, fight an illusion of Vader.
Yeah, but anyways, that's in the next issues. In issue 36, Red Queen Rising, the Millennium Falcon is captured by an Imperial battlecruiser near Monastery, but Princess Leia causes a distraction on the cruiser, allowing them to escape. But Baron Ormond Tag has also broken free of the life support capsule on the cruiser and hides himself aboard the Falcon for its escape from the Imperials, and hides himself aboard the Falcon before its escape from the Imperials. Meanwhile, in the monastery, Luke Skywalker is preparing for his presentation before the elders in the Temple of the Sacred Circle, but once he arrives, Domina Tag reveals to him that they have already decided against him. Luke objects, and Darth Vader sees an opportunity to challenge the young rebel.
Luke is like, objection!
Overruled. But anyways, and Darth Vader sees an opportunity to challenge the young rebel to a duel of lightsabers. But Domina surprises both of them by forbidding them from battling in the temple. Instead, she arranges for the duel to take place in the Crystal Valley. At the end of the issue, it's revealed that she planned this duel from the beginning and was manipulating both Luke and Vader. Her hope was that both combatants would destroy each other, so her family would eliminate not one, but two rivals. So, John, thoughts on this issue?
Well, I like that they set up this sister. It's not like it's not like One Piece style where they do it like 10 years in advance, but they set it up like relatively early in the Tag storyline, where they keep mentioning, like, oh, if it falls to this guy, then it'll fall to my sister if he doesn't come through. And they're like, oh, I hope it doesn't come to that because she's so innocent.
Yeah.
And it's just like, and so they keep, like, continually doing that with each Tag brother that takes over until they just, like, all fuck up so much. And then yeah, basically I like generally where the story goes. I feel like the details are a bit mundane. It's kind of like redundant a lot, where it's like, oh, Luke, you killed a piece of nature. Like, I was expecting Luke at some point to be like, you want to talk about breaking nature's cycle? Well, how about Alderaan, Vader? Like, that should be like some sort of final ploy. It's like they never even talk to the rest of the people. It's just her only.
Literally, yeah. But then we move finally into issue 37 in Mortal Kombat. Anyways, in this issue, Luke and Darth Vader enter the dangerous Crystal Valley as arranged by Domina Tag. Her plan is to not only have Luke killed, but Vader as well, since he was a longtime rival of her brother Baron Ormond Tag. The Millennium Falcon arrives on the planet on the order of Baron Tag, and he enters the Crystal Valley to confront Vader. Vader reveals to Ormond that his sister is not as innocent as the eldest Tag would believe, and convinces him to duel Luke in Vader's place. Ormond does so, but Vader makes a visual illusion so that Luke believes he is really fighting Vader. Luke kills Ormond and escapes the Crystal Valley, and is reunited with his rebel comrades. So, John, thoughts on this issue?
Well, they gave everybody a lot to do. You had Leia and them, like, kind of orchestrating everything behind the scenes. I like the idea of this Crystal Valley. That's
Mm-hmm.
kind of a cool like planetary idea. These like stalactites and stalagmites are constantly forming every time that like the dew drops, and that makes it a very dangerous environment. It would honestly be
Yeah.
like good
Like
kind of
Diamond
Jedi.
Head, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be like Jedi training grounds. I feel like would be a good place to like uh, morph this into, make you train your instincts.
Yeah.
Um, but having Vader disguise what's his face tag um as himself, and then it even hints a little bit at it where Luke is like, oh, I sense fear in him, and he's getting all excited because he's like, oh, that means I can beat Vader. And it's like, I was kind of going like, oh, they're kind of messing up the continuity. I know it's S canon or whatever, but it'd be better if it were more aligned with the movies and he like wasn't quite on his level yet. But then they make it pretty clear, like, oh no, he was just kind of like, that was like a cheap version of Vader. That was just tag again. Like,
Yeah.
you're nowhere near Vader still.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, it also reminds me a bit of like in Splinter of the Mind's Eye. That's a book that gets criticism for having Luke fight Vader, and it actually is Vader in that book. Having Luke fight Vader in that book, but even then, like Luke just barely won that one, if only because Vader fell down a large hole in that book.
Mm.
No, I'm not kidding. But anyways,
It's kind of
but yeah.
like in Shippuden pretty early on they're facing Itachi, and it's like, oh man, you're gonna fucking nerf Itachi by having him get beat by a giant Rasengan. But they're like, oh, it's a clone, it's only got like this much percentage of his power.
Yeah.
It turns out it was just a little distraction here just to keep you
Yeah.
occupied. It's like, oh.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. But yeah, anyways, but yeah, John, that's about it. So John, so John, final thoughts on these last few issues so far before we head into the ESB shit here?
I wish that they would have had the whole tag family line thing, like maybe have a more definitive end. It seems like they're really like they're almost afraid to do like anything, like even have the rebels get some random ally like the tags, like, or
Yeah,
this planet, whereas instead they're just like, ah, well, we hate you, go away, and all the other tags are dead or whatever. It's just like it screams the filler because they have to like sever every storyline completely. It's like, well, you could have had them be like, well, we'll help the Rebel Alliance with some more ships or something, and then just like have them be like the other rebel ships so that it doesn't really matter for the movies. But
yeah,
like also have something actually result from this storyline. So that would be the main thing, is just like the overall consequence of it. It just feels very fillery, which I know that's what they
yeah.
are, but you can disguise it better.
Yeah, and even if they were like, even if these did actually matter, because even if they like did like matter in like the grand scheme, and like they were more important like in and of themselves, it's like the stories just in general, like they're not really hooking me as much like as the beginning. Like I was all into it, but it's like it just seems like the quality's just dropping recently. You know what I'm saying, John?
Yeah, I could see that because like the gambling, what was that gambling circle that wasn't controlled by
The
the Empire?
wheel.
Yeah, like that I felt like was a more interesting thing to just like have them go on an adventure in. Whereas
Yeah,
like this, it just feels like they're drawing like random crap out for a different planet. And it's just like,
yeah.
oh, this planet likes nature. It almost feels like TCW-ish. It's still better than
Uh,
that, but it's like,
yeah.
oh, here's one random quality that totally defines the planet. And now we're gonna play into that for a storyline, and then it'll never be mentioned again.
Yeah, it really is. Maybe this is where Filoni got the idea of like, oh yes, all my TCW arcs are going to be structured exactly like all these arcs in this old comic book.
Like
Uh,
Han's Seven Samurai thing, and at least that had some interesting characters. I felt like more so, and like
yeah,
some of his shit with Jabba and what was it, like Redbeard or whatever his
Crimson
name,
Jack.
Crimson Jack. Yeah, they
Yeah,
like
Valance is also pretty
yeah,
good, but he's dead now.
at least that shit like flushed out Han's character a little bit more, where it was
Yeah,
like, okay, like I'm getting more of like, because it's vaguely mentioned Han's like a notorious smuggler and he's got all these connections, but it's nice to see it like him actually go on his smuggling adventures, making shady deals, getting out of situations with his wits. It's like, oh, at least that's a good way to flesh out the character. Whereas this is just like, let's go to random planet. Oh no, it's not working. All right, we did it.
We did. Yeah, but that's all she wrote on this. So yeah, we're going to take another break from reviewing the comics. I got to get back to novel reviewing now. But anyways, guys, if you guys enjoy this video, please give a thumbs up, comment below if you thought of it, subscribe for more videos like this. We'll see you guys next time in the back seat. Take care.